a chill day outside of the house. I recently enrolled in the Google cybersecurity training, and I'm trying to transfer my skills. I have over a decade in law enforcement and security experience, so I'm like, I'm seeing like where I'm at not sustainable, and maybe I can. There's a lot of transferable skills and things that I did that I'm transferring over into the tech space. So I've been like really studying and grinding it out, day in, day out. But I had to get out and like come to one of my favorite spots in Palos Verdes and get some fresh air, and just kind of like to decompress, because I know when I go back, I got to go study some more, and I got to do some more reading. And it's not what I want to do, but it's the stuff that you need to do. And when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about me, where you feel that you don't want to have to erase all the work experience you have. But I found that, with cybersecurity, I can do that. And, I have a long stretched out plan. I'm not just stopping there with that. I've got other certifications that I'm going to, build and gain in that. But, really realizing that, you can take 6 months to a year to work on something or build something, or build a couple things if you have the ability to do so, and really change your damn life. And it doesn't sound good. And I know a lot of these programs and motivational shit that's, sold to us constantly tells us, oh, it's a quick route. No, give yourself 6 months to 12 months to change your life. And it sounds like, oh God, 6 to 12 months sounds like such a long time. But look at how long you've been going through hell. That's what I look at myself like. Look at all the BS that I've experienced and do experience based on not being skilled, or not having a skill that's transferable, or in a career that lines up with the lifestyle that I want to live. I want to travel. I like to solve problems. I've just come to the realization at 37 that the reason I've had issues or things that my biggest dissatisfaction with jobs has been not really having to use my mind. I'm the guy that likes to be constantly probed and challenged. You got to challenge me in conversation, or I lose interest. So when I'm in spaces where I am challenged, I saw where I thrive, or I'm in challenging situations is where I show out. But if I eventually not use my mind, I don't get into trouble, but it just becomes bored. I stop caring about it. I like to be challenged. And I was like, wow, well, this provides me that opportunity, because hell, I'm being challenged in learning this stuff. It's a lot of, I've always been the computer nerd guy, but this is a new world, and it's a new information. And yeah, some of the mechanics I understand and remember from, things just being a tech nerd myself. But a lot of the things I'm learning and going to have to learn. And then I've made the choice of not just to go like normal people in tech, get certifications, get a job. I'm seeing so many opportunities in this. Not only does it provide myself the opportunity to move into, higher income, better job, better career development, more value in my career. I'm very entrepreneurial minded. So I'm like, well, if I'm learning how to do this, could I have a company that's providing cybersecurity protection? Could I learn to code as I'm about to do in the class? And learn to code and create my own systems and own, management systems and things like that. Yes, who's to say that you couldn't? So I'm seeing not just an opportunity to, get the certs and get a job. I've chosen to immerse myself in actually learning it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I need to pass the test. I'm having to pass tests and stuff in order to move to the next section. When I go for Security Plus, I'm going to have to pass the Security Plus exam. When I go for the CEH, I'm going to have to do that. When I go for the CISSP, I'm going to have to do that. But the investment, just initially the investment that is going to provide a change, it's worth it. It's worth it, and it provides opportunity again for me to be constantly challenged. I've had to slow myself down. I've had to look up a lot of words. It's been a lot of videos and things I've had to read 3 or 4 times, but I'm sticking in the game because I see people think people say, oh, it's easy being broke. It's easy being poor. It's easy being in a dead-end job or a dead-end career. It's easy to be suffering. No, that shit is hard work because you feel like the pain and stress. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm going to choose my hard, just as much hardness I had to put into not having the things I want to putting in what I do want. Yeah, sure. Sure, these are so alleged free days for me, but I'm still going to shoot content. That's work that I need to do. And I've studied before I came out here, getting a little refresher, shoot some content, refresh my mind, get back and get to more study. And I'm cool with that, but I'm just seeing so many opportunities in that field. And I'm not saying this is not a video telling you need to do cybersecurity or anything. I kind of put in my mind, I did my own research. And what I came up, because everybody's trying to get you to buy their program, buy their class, buy their this, buy their that. Screw the shortcuts. I know one good person that with what I'm doing with Security Plus, kind of research and field around, find something legitimate, something real, what you need to actually start not only learning, but things that are recognizable, because there are a lot of tech schools and get into tech and companies don't recognize these. Well, they do recognize the CompTIA. They do recognize, the Google cybersecurity has it's a good foundational thing to have, and it looks great on a resume. But a lot of these things aren't verifiable. But what I found is just put in the work, find out specifically what you need to do to whatever that change is, whatever that recognizable authority is. Do your research for a minute. Don't just hop, because I don't know if I've said in previous videos, I've been spending a few months like teetering between, am I going to do social media? Am I going to do this? Am I going to get this certification? And I found out like this is already what I do. I've done law enforcement and security. So this is already some of the concepts. I'm understanding the concepts in class, these tech concepts based on things that I've had to physically do. So if I'm buffering people from this and that, if I'm allowing people access on a card to get into certain parts of the building and denying them access on certain stuff, that's a part of programming. That's a part of, security and securing a thing. And I'm seeing how a lot of my skills, as we talked about initially in the Google cybersecurity thing, is transferable skills. And that's how I'm understanding concepts based on the work that I've done. And somebody like me thought that I couldn't just go in it. Now I'm up for the challenge. I know that I've got to put in a lot of work, a lot of time studying, a lot of reading, a lot of practicing. It's a lot of that's got to come in, and it is. And I'm doing it. I've just started it this week, but that's what I'm down for the cause, because I've been down enough for having no opportunity, no freedom, and why not put that time in on something that can give me freedom, or that thing that can change you, But there is no overnight system. Give yourself 6 months, 12 months. I'm giving myself 6 months. I'm not hiding what my accountability is. I'm giving myself 6 months, 3 months. At max, I will have my Google cybersecurity certified in that area. Then I will have my Security Plus 3 months in there. I wrote down the goal. That's the thing, is that, we plan a lot of failure, but don't plan a success. So I have on this date, I have my Google Cybersecurity Plus. On this date, I am Security Plus certified. On this date, I am this, and that. And I have those things written down, and I keep them in front of me because, 6 months sounds like a long time. Am I having trouble with some of the concepts that I'm learning? Of course, but I'm sticking to it. And it's like, hey, maybe I need to print this out and read this so that I can understand this in class, because again, especially in that field, it's moving so fast that even a person like me that, amongst my family has been known as the tech guy, or the hookup stuff and the computer guy, is having to learn a whole new range of concepts. But I'm picking up on stuff, and I'm catching on to stuff, and I've noticed like I've been relating stuff that I see happen out in the world with stuff that I've learned in class. I'm like, that's how they're securing this, or wow, I'm noticing things like, even as I'm going about that, that's not secure. That they could do this, or I learned about this, and like, wow, they can do that. And it was like, wow, I don't see any controls here. It starts to make, I was telling somebody, I was like, it's making me leery about, like, dog, I just want to pay in cash. I don't want to put nothing out, because that there are so many, what I'm learning now, so many like governing authorities and information out there on cybersecurity that and precautions that are out there. But you got to think, like, these things cost. They're not just offering a lot of this stuff free. They still have to hire a cybersecurity team. And some people, well, when I say some people, a lot of businesses are just not putting that money in, because you got to pay these folks to come in, to hire a security engineer to come in and look at your business and see where you're vulnerable with government compliance, or you're vulnerable with someone getting access to your customers' information, your information, rerouting your deposits to a whole nother account. This happens. And this is a common thing, but the small business owner or just a business that's just saying, hey, we want to cut money, will outsource their whole IT department somewhere else, and you don't know what security and safe measures are being done on those data servers that are housing your customer information, your passwords, your logins. And people don't think, and it happens. And then some bigger companies already know that there are fines. You can be fined for not securing people's information. That can happen to you. And if, some companies will look like, well, the fines aren't too steep, so it's cheaper to just go along for a few years until you get caught or you have a data breach and pay the fine, than actually hire and set up a whole IT department. You got a security engineer, you got to have people monitoring that stuff on a regular basis, and these people don't come cheap. So most people most people don't see the interest, just like with social media and social media managers. Yeah, a lot of the stuff is BS, but with this cybersecurity, this stuff, what I'm just being acclimated to, I guess I have no idea what things are in the bigger scope of this, but when I look into what I'm seeing, I'm like, wow, it's a lot of stuff out here that's like not secure. I'm cool. I'm excited to be on this end, and I plan to not only use, not to just, again, to do these things to just get the job or just get the cert and have the stuff behind your name. I want to learn to do this because this being such a prevalent thing, I'm already getting ideas for programs or softwares or things that do, I'm already getting these ideas. Now, I don't know that I will learn the concepts of how to bring these things into fruition, but I've already started just in this week writing down program ideas that I have. And I think, like, wow, this could be a company. The crazy thing is, like, I've been sitting here toiling about over the years doing stand-up comedy and everything else under the sun, and I was the next software billionaire, and I was documenting it on the net, like if Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos documented, that's basically what the hell is going on in this channel. I talk about a lot of random stuff because I'm like a real person that has like a lot of varying things, but I'm very excited that I've been able to discipline myself into making a selection. And first of all, when you're in the mud and things ain't going right for you in life and you just struggling, and I know one of my big pet peeves or things that was bothering me, or I was beating myself up, was about my age being 37, and I'm like, dang, I'm so smart, and I feel like I should be a lot further along, and sitting and toiling in that sphere of just blame and look at how things are for me, and you just trying to react to what happened versus what I learned in Qigong and what I learned in doing the meditation of the heart, is that you stepping up and taking control. And I sat and saw, like, okay, if I don't like how I'm having to spend my days or my weeks, what can I do to get around it? And I spent several months researching and looking into things and thinking I found something, and then having to overturn it, because now I'm making more decisions in life based on what lifestyle do I want to live, not what I'm told what I want to live or what I should be living as a 37-year-old. I think I should be traveling the world. I want to see varying sites of things. What is a skill that's universal? Because I was talking with my grandfather last week, and I was mentioning to him that I was fixing to make the jump into tech, and he was like, yeah, he said everything's going to the computers. My grandfather was a carpenter for 40 years, retired from his job, and still kept, and had a second job the whole time. Still got another little job that he does. and in his 70s. So my grandfather likes to work. That's a whole nother story. He likes to get money or whatever. But you know, that's it keeps him going. Still cuts his grass and stuff. And he said, yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to computers, and you should try to be where it's moving. You know. And I like the fact that I'm learning something that not just prepares me for a job, but prepares me for a job, prepares me to be a contractor, prepares me to have my own software company, my own cybersecurity company. And I was, you know, looking at how like the increase in income and money allows you to invest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get money to go out here and flex on some bullshit like these folks out here in the street and put on some damn, you know, fake designer and all this dumb shit trying to like impress people. I'm like, no, boom. If I didn't double or triple my income, oh, one portion of that going to setting up businesses. Oh, I'm setting up an app company. Oh, I'm setting up a security, you know, cybersecurity company. I'm setting up a software company. I'm putting patents on software that I'm programming on the weekends. You know, I'm looking, because it takes the time investment and the money investment doing what I'm doing. Why not get the gains from it? And this is a lot of things I'm seeing. I'm not telling you to get into cybersecurity. Again, you do what the hell, you find out what's right for you. I'm just a naturally paranoid security cat. I was a correction officer for 4 years, and the rest of the last 6 years I've been doing security from mild to wild. You know, from classy 5-star to somebody's ODing on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I've been through those aspects. But I'm just saying, like, look into a lot of these certifications, look into what something that can change and do it. And I don't want to just keep beating a horse over the head, but learning that I am my responsibility and I can go out here and do this. You know what I'm saying? I've sat up here and planned mischief and bullshit. Why can't I plan a change? And it's out here. And yeah, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like the ads that are gonna play between the videos that are telling you, hey, I can set you up a $15,000 Shopify store, whatever other bullshit that they constantly selling. I don't know. Some of these ads that I see, it's very, very interesting. And I sometimes I sit back and say, is someone else believing this? Is someone legitimately believing this shit? That's my question. But I guess people are, because they keep running them. They're spending money. Somebody's making money, but I don't know if it's long-term money, and I don't know if I want that type of money. You know, I gave up on the tricks, like with my social media and my content. I'm opening myself up more, because this is like a challenge that I'm a paranoid person out. So I'm not like naturally open and just all up in people's face. I can have great conversation and talk once I get comfortable, but I don't normally put it out here. And doing a vlog is like, you know, people say, well, what kind of video should I make? And, oh, what's trending and what's cool? But a vlog is just you. And this vlog is just me. It's just me and my life and who the hell I am and what I have going on for the moment. And it's a challenge to put your personal self out there, because I'm not a trending dude. I'm not the normal brother that you see that's out here. I wear my own shit. And I tell people all the time, a lot of the stuff that I wear is secondhand, used, you know, but that's just me. If I see a nice shirt, I just see a nice shirt, whether it's Goodwill or Gucci. I'm first of all, take me to Goodwill first before you even try to go to Gucci. I'm trying to stack money at this point. But, you know, just get out there, explore. You got the power within you, and you got to just research that stuff, you know, because you spend all this time. I noticed I stopped myself wasting time sitting up brooding about what the situation is versus how can you get out of it. And a lot of times, I'm not just saying you're going to go and do a Google search one day and find it out. I've spent 3 months just getting to the realization of my life shift that I'm making and stepping into cybersecurity. And it's been good because, you know, when you're in the mud and you're just going through the mud, there's like no light, but now I see like a light. It's like I'm able to deal with the mud and the dirt and the stuff that I have to deal with. I'm able to deal with it a little better because I'm just smiling in the back of my mind like, oh, your time is coming. We've counted down. 6 months is changing, you know, and we're counting down to what's going to happen, and it's going to be a shift. you know, and you know, you be upset and, oh man, I gotta have these conversations, this person talking about this, and I'm like, damn, I ain't worried about it no more, because I'm working on shit that keeps me going when I don't want to stay. Like, I want to go home right now and watch Beverly Hills Cop, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in there and hit that freaking study, and I'm gonna make that shit happen. And that's what you gotta do, because I'm in charge. I'm not gonna let no job, no person, no place, no thing, no city, no nothing dictate how I live. I'm a creator of my own reality, and I'm stepping up and creating it. You know, I'm living in unlimited possibilities. You know, we think so lowly of ourselves. I would think like, oh man, I could never do this. Yes, I could. I deserve it just as much as them. I'm doing mine legitimately. You know, I'm not taking the shortcuts, because, you know, I've been seeing, like, I've been out in California, like, this is damn 4 years right now, okay? All the people took shortcuts. They ain't around no more. They just got messed up in some way, shape, or form. But it's cool to be slow and steady and growing and taking your time and growing. You know, because I knew people that popped up and got a cool car and got a cool place and was living a cool lifestyle, and now they on the streets. Or they don't have a car no more, or the car got taken. You know, I'm like, damn, you know, don't tease me. You know, I'm type of like, when I get a Rolls Royce, I want it to be mine. Don't tease. I don't want nobody taking. I don't want to rent it. You know, I don't even want to rent it. I don't want it to go back. It's like at Blockbuster. It's like that movie that you rented, or that video game that you rented at Blockbuster, and it's so damn good and you don't want it to go back, but it's got to go back. That's how I would feel. And, you know, I want to say this, you know, like, if somebody, you feel like you're on just your job is just hell, your job is bullshit, stack your money. Say put $1,000 away, $750 away, something you can do. You know, even in security, you can go, you know, out in California, I don't know how it is in other cities. California, you can go get your guard card. You can get jobs and gigs all day. You ain't got no job, go get your guard card if you can get that. Go get some training. Go to a security guard academy where they also have partnerships with other places that can get you going. Then you can use that to propel it into something else. I know a friend out here that propelled from just doing little rinky-dink contract guard gigs to now he ended up getting trained, getting hired by one company, another company paid for this training, another company got him for this training, and then now he's doing his state security. He ended up getting certified in it, went to a school over a 3-month process. Went to a school, and they already had placed. He had a job. He already had a job lined up a month before he got out of school, and just because he took his little money from where he was at and invested in that class. And I'm not saying toss your money at everything. You need to investigate the shit to see if it's legit, because it's a lot of stuff out there that's not legit, and you need to check that out. But take your time with researching. If you got a little job, you got something going, just keep it going as long as you can. You know, just keep whatever you got going as long as you can until you can improve, until you can get what the hell you need to get and get on to the lifestyle that you want to have. But we have the conversations and the complaints. Like, I had these complaints about, oh, I don't like this in my life. I don't like this. Why not sit back and ponder what you do want? My teacher, Wayne Chandler, trained me in the mystic arts of Qigong. One of the things he gave me this audio, and it says is that what do you command of the day? You don't realize, like, when you start the day, and I didn't realize it too, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start my day with my complaints. That's what I'm commanding of the day. Most of us, like, it's a hard concept to realize that you have the ability, or that I have the ability to command my day. Easier said than done. Because we can say all this cool shit, but folks starting the day, oh, God damn, I got, you know, and that happens. It happens for a lot of us. But, you know, spend your time investing. Okay, I don't like how this is going on. How would I like it to be going on? Oh, I don't like this job. What type of career job would I do? What kind of training? Because anybody, even if it don't matter where you're working at, you can take a few months and put $1,000 away and go for a retreat, a boot camp, something to get that certification, that license, that training, get that hookup. Investigate it. I keep telling y'all better investigate. Don't just hop on the first thing and everything. And just because somebody is showing you a bunch of designer has not a damn thing to do Unless you trying to get certified to be a stylist, it don't have nothing to do with any type of business. So the more designer you see, I'm gonna just tell you to run. It's nice to have on a little designer, but if they just constantly show, why are you showing me your boots? Why are you showing me your red bottoms and then trying to talk to me about credit and my fine? You want me to give you my social security number to you? You ain't closing no credit, you cashing checks that none of us are probably really won't even find, or we'll hear about you on the tea room or shade room, whatever the hell that shit is. They'll see you on there. Anyway, cool. I enjoyed hanging out with you. I'm finna go over here to the cliff because I want to get a little bit more view of the sea. I'm gonna shoot a few more videos, play a little yacht rock.